Should you do all your steps in one go, or is it okay to spread them out across the day? What's better? What's better for health? What's better for everything else? So what a client asked me the other day, this question. And I want to kind of answer this in two different ways, right? For overall health, it is better for you to be able to spread out your activity during the day. Now, it doesn't have to be evenly spread during the day, but when it comes to health, the biggest negative impact you can have is sitting down for very, very long periods of time. More than an hour to an hour and a half of just constantly sitting down is not good for you. So what you want to try and do is break up your sitting and getting up for at least 10 to 15 minutes between those bouts. Now, that doesn't mean you have to do 10 or 15 minutes of continuous walking every hour or whatever it's going to be. Just get up and move a little bit before you sit back down. Maybe go get a drink of water, maybe go for a piss, maybe do an outside blocky walk and come back. Because there's a few things that's going to benefit you when you do this, right? Number one, like I said, it offsets the negative effects of long-term sitting. There's nothing wrong with sitting down, but sitting down for hours on end, especially for office workers, just isn't good for you. Sitting down in a shitty chair or in your bed while you're working is also not fucking good for you, all right? So getting up to break that up is going to be really beneficial, number one. Number two, it's actually going to make you more productive. People don't realize this, but when you get up and you break up your sitting and you go outside for a walk and you clear your head away from work, you're going to come back fresh AF and ready to get back into work, okay? You know exactly what it's like when you're sitting behind a computer, you're looking at the time, or you just get into work and then your productivity just starts to slowly go down. Just because you're under the pump, you're doing things, you're going from one thing to another, you're sitting behind a blue screen, I don't want to say blue screen, like blue light screen all the time, you got lights in your face, like it gets fucking tiring, mentally fatiguing. So break it up and go outside and go for a quick walk. Another good thing good thing with this is actually your eye health. Your eye health is going to benefit you when you're looking at things further away in the distance. I learned that from Andrew Huberman, who, in regards to that topic, I took his advice because that's what he's an expert in, which is neuroscience, and especially with the eyes. So being able to look further distances is going to help that too. But being able to go outside, go for a quick walk, or go to the bathroom, whatever, and come back down, that's going to be what I want you to do going forward to break it up. Now, again, in saying that, it's not going to change the calorie burn difference for fat loss, okay? If you do 10,000 steps first thing in the morning versus 2,000 steps, 5,000 steps, 3,000 steps, 2,000 steps, or whatever, that's not going to make a difference, okay? Actually, that would, because I think I just made that 12,000 versus 10,000 steps. But if it's steps equated, whether it's all in one go, whether it's broken up without the day, it's going to have the same calorie burn. So fat loss wise, it's not going to change anything, but health wise, it will benefit you more if you can spread it out. So one thing that I personally do for my 12,000 steps a day, I'll get up and I'll go for about a 40-minute walk, 4,000 steps out of the way. I'll then go and do some work for a little bit. Then I'll walk up and grab a coffee and come back, which is another 2,000 steps. So that's 6,000 steps by about 11 a.m. Then I'll be doing some more work. I'll go to the gym. I'll be walking around and stuff there, which will be adding my steps up. I'll come back. By the time I probably get back, it's about 9,500 steps. And then in the afternoon, after finishing a little bit of work, like just now after finishing this podcast, I'll get up, I'll go for a walk outside, I'll come back. I'll probably hit about like 12,500-ish steps today. And that's just kind of breaking it up. And for me, that's what works, Everyone's going to be different in regards to what's going to work for them. But the most important thing with this is just making sure that you pick what is realistic for you, all right? Again, you don't have to get up every hour. If you can get up every 90 minutes, that would be ideal too. If you can get up every hour, fantastic, but you've got to make it real. You've got to make it fit your lifestyle, right? Remember, from a fat loss perspective, there's going to be nothing different. From a health perspective, you can offset the negative benefits of sitting down for long periods of time if you get up and break it up. And that is the podcast, guys. Very, very simple one today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any more questions that you want answered on the podcast, send me an Instagram DM, ask away, and I'll answer on the next podcast. And until next time, my friends, I'll speak to you then.